Mitram and Bandhuvam, welcome to South Asia Maps, your education channel. This is your presenter, Dr. J. Reddy. Today, we are looking a fascinating concept in the agricultural series. This is the part 5. Human or man and rice symbiosis. That is the title of the presentation. That means there are, as of 2023, there are around about 8,000 million Homo sapiens humans live on the planet Earth. That becomes 8 billion. 8 billion humans have symbiotic relationship with 42 billion. 42,000 billion. That means 42 trillion rice plants on the planet Earth. After this presentation, you will get a very fascinating, deeper understanding of the ecology, agriculture, and human relations with the rest of non-human flora and fauna. That is the plant and animals. Those who are not aware of this, remember, million is 6 zeros, billion is 9 zeros, one followed by trillion. Remember 12 or dozen is 12 zeros. Trillion means 12 zeros. That is the easy way to make the things. And Mitram, and if you are new to my presentations, I have spent a lot of time to share my knowledge with you. I already posted diverse topics, human ecology, Indology, geography, history, heritage, culture, and any topic you will be interested, the wars, the battles, and so on. You can go and look at my YouTube channel, education channel, that is South Asia Maps J. Reddy. As of 2023 July or August, we have more than 418 videos I have posted. You can look at them. Excuse me. This is our agriculture series, and this is the part 5. We are looking at the man and rice symbiosis. The term man here I used for Homo sapiens. That includes both the genders. So this is the man and rice symbiosis. We explore it. So this is the rice plant. Rice is planted at varied spaces. The spacing between the that is agronomy, agriculture, that is the crop management and growing. Here in this they have given varied distances based upon what type of rice plant is it. 20 by 10 centimeters, 20 by 15, 20 by 20. Here I have taken a general 20 by 20 so that the mathematics crunching of the numbers will be very easy for the audience, and you can take the other one, but the essential point will essentially remain the same. The numbers will tally a little bit. That's not the main concern. The main point here is how we come to this broader conclusion, assuming entire planet Earth, the rice we are planting 20 by 20 centimeters between them. First, we have to know what is a hectare of the land. That is 2.5 acres, 2.5 acres. Hectare of the land is nothing but 100 meters this side, 100 meters that side. That means there are 4 zeros here. That means 10,000 square meters. One followed by 4 zeros. Because 1 meter has 100 centimeters, 2 zeros become 4. That means 4 zeros, 8 zeros. That means you get this much amount of square centimeters area. You have 100 meters here, 100 meters here, multiplied by 100 centimeters, again 100. That means you get the 8 zeros here, 448. That means 8 zeros means 100 million square kilometers is the surface area of 1 hectare of farmland. In fact, any land. So in that, if you plant 20 by 20 becomes 400. So 400. That means each rice plant takes an average 400 square centimeters of the land area to grow. So that means 1 followed by 8 zeros, that is numerator, 400 is the denominator. If you divide that, you will get round about 250,000 plants per hectare. That means 0.25 million plants rice plant 1 hectare of the land. That means in the 1 hectare of the land. Suppose if you make this 1 hectare of the land into 1 million hectare. Remember, million means you just adding 6 zeros extra. That means this is the plants per hectare. We are multiplying by that is the 1 million. That means that becomes 250 billion plants for 1 million square kilometers. It becomes so many plants. This is multiplied by this. That means 250 billion plants will be per 1 million square hectares. 1 million hectares. 1 million hectares. 1 hectare here, 1 million hectare here. You just multiplied this by 6 zeros. If you multiply 6 zeros here, 6, this 9, you will get 9 zeros, that's a billion, 250. So 250 billion plants live in 1 million hectares. How much rice is planted per year? That number varies a little bit, but is the standard one. By 2020 harvested product, here we are concerned about the rice. 164 million hectares of the rice is grown on the planet Earth. This produces around about 7 or 800 million tons of the grain. That is not important right now. That means we came for 1 million hectares, you get 250 billion plants, multiply 250 to 165. 250, 165, if you multiply, you will get 4100, 250. That we make it 42,000. Because remember, this is the billion here, you take away last 3 zeros, then you will have 9 zeros, that becomes a trillion. Essentially, there are 42 trillion rice plants raised per annum on the planet Earth we are going. Remember, again, that depends upon the area also, but we have zeroed on 20 centimeters of the spacing in the agriculture maintenance or agronomy of our part. On the planet Earth we have, this is the million square kilometers, 150 million square kilometers of the land area, that is the surface area, among which 10%, 15 or 14 will be the agricultural land, arable land, farmland. This, remember, this is the million square kilometers. 1 square kilometer contains 100 hectares of the land. So you put 2 zeros here, the 1400 million hectares. 14 million square kilometers equal to 1400 million hectares. That is the arable land we have on the planet Earth, agricultural land, among which we are giving the rice round about 164 units. That means if a person has 1400 rupees or dollars in his hand, that is the total arable land. Other person only has round about 165 rupees or dollars, that is the rice. That's the way you can comprehend this. The same thing I have put here in a same way. You can just stop this video and go over the numbers. Essentially they are the same. So we come out to that particular conclusion. And how does this work out to the global geographical area? Here I have put it so that you can get a brief idea. 164 million hectares. Iran has 1.6 million square kilometer. That means 160. Mongolia has the nearly same, 1.5 million. Sorry, this should be square kilometers. Egypt has 1 million square kilometers. These are the countries, right? They should be square kilometer. This is the typo. And province of Andhra Pradesh in Deccan, South India has 162,000 square kilometers. That means you put a dot here. That is 0.162. This is the millions it becomes. That means how much rice we have? Around about 1.6 million square kilometer. That means you can put 10 Andhra Pradesh, one on the top of the other. That's the entire rice area per annum humans produce on the planet Earth. Let's put these things together. So before that, this will be helpful. And how much 1 square kilometers is 1 square kilometers? This you can look at the population explosion or population demography playlist. I have made that series. In that series, 1 square kilometers area is 100 hectares, 250 acres. 1 hectare is equal to 2.5 acres becomes. An average village in my area, seeded districts, Rayalaseema, is around about 15 square kilometers. Average village in Sarkar or coastal Andhra, Telugu speaking Coromandel region is around about 10 or so. When you go to Gangetic, Indo-Gangetic plains, Uttar Bharat, average village size will be round about something 4 or 5 square kilometers. You can comprehend that what it means. And this entire concept of the comprehending the global geographical area, agricultural land area is very important for agricultural graduates. I have made a very series, very intuitively that tells you, even for an average citizen and who just want to see when anybody FAO gives the numbers, you can comprehend it. What is a 1 square kilometer, 10 square kilometers, and Egypt is 1 million square kilometer, that is 1,000 is 1 million. And there are 4 countries in the world like China, Russia, that is China and United States and Canada and Europe, west of Urals, 10 million square kilometers. So you can comprehend those things. I made the things very easier for you, and I will not go over it again here. And here our point is I put Andhra Pradesh is here. Here I put generally 150, but is actually 162. There is I adjusted it, 162 should be there. That is the area. Before that, and how do we, so you give the global picture. This is the planet Earth, the only planet we have. This planet we have round about 150 million square kilometers land area, among which Egypt is exactly 1 million. That means we can retrofit the entire surface area of land, planet Earth, Bhudevi, Bhumata, into 150 countries of the size of Egypt, that is Misr, in the Maghreb region of the Arab world. And Iran is a little bigger, that is 1.6. That is exactly the surface area of the rice plant on the planet Earth. That's almost equal to Mongolia, almost 1.4, because northern latitudes looks a little bigger, but almost 1.6. So this is a different slide. I should have closed it. So here again I am giving that the Iran, this is the surface area, this is the 6 digits, so is a million, 1.6 million square kilometers. Mongolia is almost the same, we can round up to 1.6. You can see the Egypt here, exactly 1 million square kilometers. So if you comprehend this, you can put things very easily. So that means this is the surface area in square kilometers. This is the million. The Russia is 17, Canada is around about 10. If you round up, China is 10, United States is almost 10. So that's what we talked today about Mitram and Bandhu. That means, what does it mean? Before that, these are the relations, the humans with the rest of the organism, symbiotic relationships, non-symbiotic, hostile, antagonistic relationships. The commensal means one organism benefits, other organism won't get affected. The mutual benefit is the symbiotic, hostile relations is antagonistic, and parasitic relations is also hostile relation, predatory between the parasite and predators, like the deers and the lions in the savanna. So these are the human relations we are talking about. Humans took over the virgin lands and forest and made into farmland. That means they have eliminated competitors, rest of flora and fauna. That is called ecological concept of takeover, or taking over of the land for human benefit. Here this is the average village, around about 10 square kilometers, accommodate around about 500 people, a traditional agriculture. Imagine if this is the entire wheat farm, rice farm. It's not rice here, assume that. That means these humans have developed symbiotic relations with the plants. They prefer and select only the rice plant at the cost of others, grow them. That means the rice get benefited. That means its numbers increase. Remember, per year 42 trillion rice plants are grown, whereas before agriculture started in 8000 BC, there was very few route plants, maybe thousands or lakhs, so, but they were not in trillions. There are many other species, many other plants, all were taken away. The humans patronized, established a symbiotic relationship. Why symbiosis means? The rice feeds the humans. 8000 BC, when agriculture started, around about 10,000 years back, there were only 8 million people. Now there are 8,000 million people, 8 billion people. This happened because humans have established a symbiotic relationship with rice, wheat, corn, maize, potato, few favored species of the flora and fauna, the poultry, goat and sheep, so on. That is the broader outlook you can get. In essence, what it is, if you make this 8 billion, if you make this 40 instead of 42, remember, this is 8 billion, there is a trillion, so you can add 3 zeros. That means if you divide this 42,000 billions or 40, you put 8 as a numerator here, denominator, 40 by 8 is equal to 5. 5, right? Yeah, I think 5. Yeah, 5. That means there are 50,000 plants. There are around about 50,000 plants sitting on the top of head of each human being, the rice plant. You can consider like this: man-rice symbiosis or human-rice symbiosis relationship between them. That is the essential part of today's presentation, Mitra and Bandhu. If you like these presentations, I appreciate you subscribe our channel and bring it to the notice of friends, and put your comments or any suggestions. Catch you in the next presentation, that will be humans and corn symbiosis.